Alright, so we did the mushroom cut and we did the floor cut. Let's carry on to whatever the next one is. You're gonna hear some movement. I don't like glare in my eyes, so I just moved around a blind there. Yeah, so let's carry on. This is going to be one of the easiest for sure for me. One of the easiest markers to play through. Yeah, there's a lot of cups though. This is the first Mario Kart game to feature this many without problem, I would say. Yeah, so we did the mushroom cup, we did the floor cup. Now let's move on to the star cup. And this is one of my favorite cups as well. Like practically all of these tracks by now were remastered in future Mario Kart games. So yeah, there was some stuttering going on in the previous episodes. That's because I had my frame rate, my screen refresh rate, like above 60 hertz, above 60 frames per second. For those of you who know what that is. So this game is already, since this is a DS game, it isn't made for that higher refresh rate. People say, man, you can just easily do that on a computer. So it's like, why is that happening? Well, there's something called frame generation, and for reason I do not like when, because I've got really good eyes, let me just say it like that, when something is pushed above whatever it's made for, a lot of the frames end up missing, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, the game doesn't have, like, how a screen works, right? I don't want to make this like a classroom episode, but how a screen works is there's some pictures, right? And every second there's a certain amount of pictures that shows in front of your eyes, right? And that's how we see it as a video. And if a game or something, a movie, whatever, only literally has 30 per second, and you're showing that screen at say 90, like, it's gonna miss a lot. Like, it's gonna actually have some sort of effect on the initial. So I don't allow things to play above the, like, too far above. Right now this is like, I think this would be frame skipping, like 2 frames, because 30 multiplied by 2 is 60. So yeah, the max that Mario Kart DS can natively play, although I do believe it's lower on DS. DS is 30 frames, right? Whatever it is. So I don't know, but it definitely cannot natively make 90 hertz, so, or 120 or anything like that, and it was definitely above 60. Let me just say that. So I just made sure to cap it at 60, and we're fine. I've got like most of my other stuff, everything else I actually do play at 90, 120. It goes above 60, and that's fine. But I find that certain software, it's best to just leave it capped at 60 for the best experience. Yeah, definitely. It's just boost through these tracks, get this over with as quickly as possible, move on to the next cut. Because I've still got to do the the description, editing and stuff, and then putting the video on YouTube. Then I might want to add some tags, this and that. Yeah, so everything still does take time. Then I've got to because oh, that was close. That was close. Not deliberate either, but that was close. There's another snowball down the side. I would love though, like, I mean, we are getting a few tracks here and there we made, but in the exact style that Mario Kart DS is. Imagine Mario Kart DS, right? This game, but with, say, you don't want to carry it too far. In fact, we're in 2025, we deserve 4. But with, say, Mario Kart Worlds' graphics engine, but Mario Kart DS, that would be amazing. Obviously, then you might have to upgrade the animations and stuff like that, so that, you know, it doesn't look weird and clunky. Because look at Luigi's hands, man. Like, it will have to end up being a full project instead of just a remaster, like just a repeat, I should say. But that would be seriously cool, wouldn't it? We have this track in Mario Kart 8, right? Yeah, this track is in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. If you do get that game, really awesome. Still seeing some frame skip, you call it, right? In those introduction videos. Alright. Watch it, Yoshi. Watch it. Alright, so we got our green shell for defense. That's it. Like, there's just like the basics to Mario Kart, and once you know these basics, you are fine. Wait, what was that? I got picked up by a green shell. I don't understand what happened there. It was just talking and, you know, moving my eyes. But yeah, once you know the basics to Mario Kart, you're basically fine. So, you know, you drive. That's the most basic one. That's number one, right? A button, steering and stuff. And then there's drifting. You know, you press the R button with a turn, and then, you know, you, depending on which Mario Kart game, you know, you just learn to drift properly. So there's driving, there's drifting, and in the games after this, there's coins, right? So these coins, if I remember correctly, if I'm correct, they kind of determine how much, like, I think the acceleration, let's just say that, right? And you get mini boosts as well when you collect them. So there's like tiny little mini boosts. They give like energy to Kart, especially Mario Kart 8 is very visible. This is not just talk. There's some feature whenever you finish a race or something, you could just go and replay that race, and, you know, like rewind and fast forward and slow down the footage and stuff. You can slow down and look at details. And if you slow the video down, if you slow the race footage down, and you stare at your muffler, like every time you collect a coin, you'll see like a little puff of fire from your mufflers. No lie, it actually does something. It's just not that noticeable, right? But it does make a difference, like, especially when you're taking corners and stuff like that. So they place the coins along some, what I call drift, like some drift marks on the tracks. So like, it's also a really good way to, you know, like encourage yourself to learn how to drift properly. And then there's defense. So like, you never ever, as much as you can, drive too far a distance without having a defensive item behind you. So there's like a shell, that is a banana peel like this. Fate boxes do not work because, you know, they're just like, they're just made to fool the others. That you drop those conveniently, like right in front of real boxes. So like, if you drop it well enough and someone isn't paying attention, they drive right into it. Or around the corner, you know, like some tracks have like item boxes just floating along the track and stuff. If they aren't paying attention, they were watching behind them or something, and, you know, they just drive straight into that. So, but those do not defend you, right? Them raising the bar in Mario Kart World, like with the coin, the amount of coins you need to be at maximum is like so much, to be honest. So I guess it's still a bit of a struggle here. Maybe worse because I lowered the frame rate. Who knows? Hopefully not. I'll see after recording this. Hopefully it isn't bad. If it is, I'll just turn my refresh rate up again. I'd have to do that for sure. And hopefully it's fine. But yeah, so it's defense, drifting, coins, and you are fine after that. And yeah, that as well. So drafting, you know, make sure that a racer isn't directly behind you, that they can get draft from you. That's like only when reaching Mario Kart DS. Is Mario Kart DS and beyond for the drafting and stuff. Make sure no one is behind you to, you know, get an advantage off of that. And never ever, especially after you can confirm that racer has an item, do not race behind drivers who have items, because, you know, just get blinded by a dying shell or something. Just have to send it back right into your face, right? Or a banana peel or something. So Just make sure that you steer clear of racers who've got items, man. That's straightforward. Alright. I definitely, when playing the game after this, when playing the Mario Kart after this one, we definitely have to cap that off at 60. There's a reason. You'll see. Yeah, definitely going to cap that at 60 because the way the system works, that game's graphic engine and stuff, it is definitely not made to, you know, go above its own native resolution. People do that on PCs with emulation devices and stuff like that. They've got emulation cores and stuff, and it works because, you know, the emulator then is made to force the game to compensate with more images, is generation. Monster Hunter Wilds is, I know I'm talking randomly about games, but hey, everything is connected somehow. It's all technology working from technology. So Monster Hunter Wilds does something called frame gen, and this is the first time a lot of people will know what that is. Like, a lot of people never heard of it, but believe it or not, a lot of older games use it as well. It is pretty much causing artificial generation of extra frames so that the game could seem to be running smoothly when it really is running at a really low frame rate. It's running at a really low screen speed, and you've got these artificially generated extra like images so that it seems to be running smoothly. Monster Hunter Worlds use so many freaking memory pockets, so much memory in RAM. Like, it uses up a lot of memory. The game is big, everything is happening in the environment, the grass is realistic, all those like creatures and stuff, those little mini wildlife creatures, like little fairy looking things and all that shit. So even on powerful PCs, it cannot run at full speed, believe it or not. It really isn't. So they found a way technically to give the illusion that it's running, you know, fast and brilliant, and it really isn't. So it'd be interesting to see how they get that to work on Nintendo Switch 2. I'm so excited about that. Nintendo Switch 2 is a very powerful device, but maybe they've got to downscale some, you know, slightly downscale some graphics like they did with the dying here in Street Fighter 6. If you look at the characters is here in Street Fighter 6 on Nintendo Switch 2, yeah, it isn't bad. No, I think the most recent patch kind of fits like some of the glitchiness that happened. The here going all over the place, but yeah. Oh god, this track has a lot of frame skip going on. Like, I've got really good sight, so I can see that, but some people maybe wouldn't notice. My eyes are trained for this thing now. Alright, so let's go. That means that graphically then this track is like, this track uses up a lot of memory. I guess maybe it's all the, you know, those bills flying through the air in the background, and then there's the, yeah, just the camera angling as you turn through the ship and stuff like that. So it's more demanding on the system, even by a little bit. I can easily tell. This is, I've got this capped at 60, and yeah, you can see a little difference in the image performance. I dropped that there by mistake. I was supposed to hold on to that. I talk about keeping your defense up, and I just, yeah. Oh god, yeah, we would have been hit by that. We would have actually been shielded if I held on to that fuse. So that's a good example there for you. And we would have been a bit more ahead. So just drop that there. That doesn't defend us. And all the way over here. All the way here. Take a drift. Yeah. So someone definitely was struck by that fate box that I left back there, because it isn't there anymore. Alright, no wonder I wanted that banana peel. I should have held that, but there's an item box here. So if you're quite sure that you're close to, you know, you trust yourself anyways, right? That you're close enough to an item box, then you could kind of risk sometimes throwing back a green shell and stuff. You want to be launching items behind you as well too, you know, give them a surprise. They come around the corner, the green shell strikes them, stuff like that. But as much as you possibly can, make sure to hold on to those items. You know, you need your defense. That's it. Items are always coming at you. Possibly people get red shells, green shells. There might be like some straight arms, like me in Mario Kart World with green shells. It's something else. So defense and points. So excited for Mario Kart 7. I've got like this genius recording method. If you check my videos, I just uploaded I uploaded before the episode before this. I have like footage recorded directly from my Nintendo Switch 2. For those who maybe I'm talking about this, I don't know how this world got so dang negative and doubtful, but it really is these days. Maybe people are like testing the innocence on this earth. They're testing the saints. They're doing a lot of wickedness to people and stuff, so they're becoming really doubtful. Maybe some people, for some odd reason, doubt that I actually have Mario Kart World and a Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever. That's not why I recorded it. I just needed to make sure that I have, you know. But for those who doubt as well, the second reason for those who doubt, there it is. I just recorded like what I call a cross-country race, like not lap, like I drove from one track to the next in a little race, like rally style. You can check that out if you want. Yeah, I'll leave the link in this description actually then. Yeah. Nice. This is actually performing, I guess. A little better because this is 4 scale, right? And not only that, 4 scale with a 4 scale filter over it. My god, it's crazy. I think I removed the 4 scale though. Ooh, 3-star. I'm thinking this is only 2 scale now, but with a 4 scale over it, a 4 scale filter. Yeah. So next episode we just did. Alright, Grand Prix, go select all of these again. My god. So we just did mushroom. The mushroom cut before. We just did star, but we did the mushroom cut before. We did the flower cut. We did the star cut just now, and we're gonna move on to the special cut in the next episode. Excitement. Then after that, we're gonna move directly onto these. I'm not leaving these behind. So this is gonna be a much longer series. This is gonna be 8 episodes, but yeah, it's gonna be worth it. Thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. This has been Mr. Pokemon 907. Until next episode.